It's funny how the right-wing lawmakers want Biden to testify, but when he wants to do it publicly, they're against that and they want him to do it privately behind doors. He went to the contempt of Congress proceedings, yet none of the right-wingers actually wanted him to testify publicly. Why is that? Is it because the right wing has nothing on him?
Ridiculous that was. And with that, I would yield to the gentleman from California.
I thank the chairman. My colleague, Mr. Swalwell, who participated in that contempt by asking for and holding that press conference for Hunter Biden, knows very well the history of this committee. This committee has always enforced our legitimate subpoenas. When I was an early member of this committee, then Chairman Conyers, John Conyers, held the Bush White House in contempt, took it all the way through, and Judge Bates, a appointee of President George W. Bush, held that, in fact, you must come before this committee. There's no question that after we go through this process of contempt, a floor vote, and ultimately a court challenge, that Hunter Biden will be ordered to come here. He'll be ordered to.
He's already said he would publicly testify, yet right wingers don't actually want that. He's came to the contempt of proceeding, and yet again, no right winger wanted him to publicly testify.
To come here for the same reason that Harriet Miers was ordered to show up when George W. Bush, within his rights, fired 9 of his own appointees, and this committee had questions as to the motive. That's a sad piece of history for some of us, because some of us were not supportive of that contempt motion. But in retrospect,
Okay, though, so far, what has Hunter Biden done in order to have this congressional thing go on? Supposedly, he committed some crimes when Biden was vice president, yet right-wingers have been unable to provide any evidence of that.
this committee has always asserted its rights when those rights were violated, and they were violated by Hunter Biden. And they are still to this day being violated, except as Congressman Swalwell just made very clear, Hunter Biden is thumbing his nose not once during the day of his subpoena, but even today, while he sits over in a hearing, not testifying, simply sort of going, nah, 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 I've got you.
Well, yeah, because you have no evidence against him. What should he worry about?
You know what? This is too serious a committee. This is not a joke, Mr. Swalwell. This is the most significant committee of the Congress because we take seriously people coming before it. We take serious the.
I mean, so far, the only crimes right-wingers have against Biden is that he didn't pay taxes, which I thought right-wingers love. You know, rich people didn't pay taxes. That's something Trump brags about. And buying a gun and lying about using drugs, which I also thought right-wingers were all about people being able to have guns.
Threat of impeachment. And in fact, we are the committee that when impeachment does happen, it has to come through. So quite frankly, this is not a joke. I look forward to us marking this up, moving it out, having a vote on it, and ultimately getting Hunter Biden to answer questions about his undoubted selling of the Vice President of the United States, of his last name, selling it around the world to countries including Russia, Ukraine, China, and others. I don't
Okay, but the Trump children did the same thing, yet right-wingers don't care about that whatsoever.
think there's any question that the evidence is clear. Now the question is, will he come forward or will he take the fifth?